Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my 1-year tummy tuck update. If you're new to the channel, my name is Janine and I had VSG surgery 4 years ago and I had my tummy tuck 1 year ago. If you're interested in my weight loss journey, be sure to head down to the description box because I'm going to link my VSG journey down there. And if you are here for the tummy tuck videos, then be sure to check down below as well because I will link my tummy tuck playlist where I have my entire tummy tuck journey documented. I even have footage of my tummy tuck surgery. So if you are interested, be sure to check it out down below. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like to see tummy tuck videos here on my channel. And be sure to comment down below any questions that you have. So like that, when I record my new tummy tuck videos, I can answer your questions there. So let's start off by talking about what happens right after you have a tummy tuck. I'm going to take you guys throughout the journey so that you can kind of see the process. So first, let's talk about what to expect when you are going in for your tummy tuck. And before we talk about that, I just want to say that I also have a tummy tuck checklist that I include for you down below. So be sure to check out my blog if you want to download the tummy tuck checklist. It is free of charge. It is something that I created for you so that you can be well prepared if you are having a tummy tuck. So the first thing before you have your tummy tuck, you want to make sure that you have all of your supplies, which like I said, I will include that down below, so I won't hop into everything that you will need here. But the most important thing that I want to mention is you want to make sure that you have all of your medications before surgery. And that's because after surgery, you don't want to be running around to the pharmacy to get your pain medication. So you want to make sure that you have everything all ready to go. And another tip that I want to give you is if you suffer from nausea after anesthesia like I do, be sure to ask your surgeon to prescribe you Zofran. It is a medication that will help with the nausea, and for me it works very well. Another thing you need for medications are stool softeners, which I'm sure that your surgeon will prescribe for you. If not, you can pick them up over the counter. Those are very important because if you are on pain medications, a side effect of pain medications, especially narcotic pain medications, is constipation. So you want to make sure that you are already prepared so that you don't suffer from constipation after surgery. And constipation is something that is very common after surgery, and it's not only because of the pain medicine, it is also because of the surgery. So anytime you have any kind of surgery in your abdomen, you are stopping your gastric system's process. So it takes time for it to get back and going. So you want to make sure that you have your stool softeners ready so that you can kickstart your GI system again. And anesthesia as well also does stop the GI process. So it takes time for your body to get back into the groove of things. So you want to make sure that you have all of your medications prepared as well as all of your supplies prepared for your tummy tuck. So now let's talk about surgery. When you are going in to get surgery, it is not anything too much. Like, you really don't have to do anything but show up, right? So you have already chosen your surgeon and you trust them. So all that you really have to do is show up, and the surgeon, your anesthesiologist, and the nurses, they are going to be doing all of the work for you. So it is very scary. I know how scary and terrifying it can be in the beginning because, hey, listen, anytime you're going under anesthesia, it is scary. It is a risk that we are taking, right? But you need to have a positive mindset. You have to trust your doctors, trust the team that you chose, and just have a positive outlook on everything. And like I said, all you have to do the day of surgery is just show up. So once you get there, you can expect to fill out a bunch of paperwork. They are going to take you into the back. They're going to start an IV in your arm. They're going to discuss the procedure with you. You're going to meet with your doctor. He is going to come in. He is going to tell you what he is about to do to you. They are going to draw on you the markings. So you are going to have an idea of what is going to happen. And before you know it, they are going to roll you back into the OR room. They're going to pump the anesthesia into your IV, and that is it. The next thing you know, you will be waking up in recovery. Now, coming out of anesthesia for me is tough. I don't know how you react. Everybody reacts different. For me, it's hard for me to wake up and kind of get into the groove of things. Everything is super foggy for me, and that is a normal side effect of anesthesia, and that is why they tell you do not make any important decisions. You obviously cannot drive, so there's nothing more that you can do after you have the anesthesia. So you wake up. As soon as you get up, for me, it was an ambulatory procedure. So as soon as I got up, the nurse was there. They checked me out. I got myself dressed and I was in the car. So right after you wake up, for me personally, I didn't feel a lot of pain, and that is probably because, you know, I still had the medications from the IV that they gave me. But I didn't really feel a lot of pain. Everything was just kind of foggy. I was out of it. And once I got home, I went straight into bed to relax, and that was it. I just took a nap. I took some of my pain medications, and that was really it. So the first day, you're not really going to feel a lot of pain because you are still going to have a lot of the pain medications in your system, and you are also going to be taking pain medications when you get home. So try to keep something in your stomach so like that it can help with pain, because if you take pain medications on an empty stomach, that can cause stomach pains, and you do not want that. So for me, when I got home from surgery, I actually threw up. And if you can imagine how terrible that was for me, like I was all stitched up and the pulling feeling, it was just like the worst thing ever. So that is why I said make sure that you have Zofran for yourself so you don't have to experience that. So I did have a lot of nausea after the anesthesia, and the Zofran pills, they work like a charm. So after the first day, you are going to find that you are going to wake up and you are going to feel like you were hit by a bus or something. Like you are going to be terribly sore. And you can think of it as like a pain, like when you work out and you exercise and you haven't exercised in a while. So you are going to have like that pain, like that soreness. So it wasn't so much like a pain feeling, it was more of like a soreness feeling that I had. So you can expect to have that for a few weeks, especially in your stomach area. I was also hunched over, I would say for about like 6 weeks. It took me a while to be able to stand up straight again. My walker was such a blessing. I don't think I could have went through it. I don't think I could have went through surgery without the walker. So that is one thing that I would definitely recommend that you pick up. I did not have a recliner. I just basically recovered on my sofa because I have the Chase and in my bed, and I was super comfortable because I had a ton of pillows. So that was what worked for me. I know a lot of people use a recliner, but I did not use a recliner for my recovery, and I was just fine. Another thing I want to mention is I did not have any post-op massages at all. So I never had one massage. Can you believe it? I know a lot of people cannot believe that I never had massages, and a lot of people swear by the massages. However, my surgeon never recommended that I have the massages. He said that I could do it if I wanted to, but it wasn't something that I necessarily had to do. Another thing that I did not have post-op was compression right away. So I did not get my compression garment until I would say about 4 weeks post-op, and that's when I started wearing it. And after 4 weeks post-op, I did wear my compression garment, I would say for about 3 to 4 weeks until most of the swelling went down. And wearing the compression garment really did help with my posture, and that also helped me stand up straight. So I would recommend using a compression garment. And if I could go back in time, just knowing what I know now, I would have put compression on right away. And that is because I had so much swelling from my surgery, and I was not expecting to have all of that swelling. I could not believe the amount of swelling that I had. So that is definitely something that you want to be prepared for when having surgery, is the swelling. So it is totally normal to have swelling, and it does subside. Now that it has been 1 year, I can say that all of my swelling has gone down, and I do not experience swelling as I used to in the beginning. Sometimes I do have periods of swelling, especially if I'm doing a lot of activity during the day or if I exercise. I do notice that my stomach has some swelling, but overall the swelling has subsided. And I would say that I noticed that all of the swelling was completely gone around the 9-month mark. That's when I would say that a lot of the swelling was gone and I didn't feel like so bloated and swollen, especially like when I woke up. As far as my incision goes, I would say that it healed very nicely. I am very pleased with the way that my incision healed. Generally, I do a really good job with my scars healing. I never really have any issues with that. But if you are having a tummy tuck, then there are some things that I would share with you so that you can look out for, so that you can keep yourself safe. So if you notice any kind of pus coming from your incision, anything that is green, anything that is yellow, anything that has a foul odor, that is not normal. That is a sign of an infection. If you notice any kind of pain, excruciating pain at the incision site, if it is red, if it is hot, if it is tender to the touch, meaning that if you go right over it, you are in a lot of pain, that is not normal. So that is when you need to go ahead and call your surgeon. So those are just some things to look out for. Those are not common after surgery. So if you experience any of that, like I said, you need to call your surgeon right away. So your wound should look like a nice pink color. It might be crusty, it might be scabby. That is okay, as long as there is no drainage coming out of it. A small amount of drainage is okay. If you see it's like a bloody kind of clearish fluid, that's normal. You see that when incisions are healing. So if you see anything like that, that is okay. But it is not okay if you have any kind of excessive bleeding, if you have any kind of excessive drainage coming from your incisions, anything that is yellow, green, or has an odor, that is not normal. So those are some things to look out for your incisions. But mine did heal very nicely. And my surgeon did put a Tegaderm strip over the incision. So that is just like a clear plastic tape that he put over me. So like that, nothing could get in, nothing could get out. It is really good for infections. Not all surgeons use that, but that is what mine used. So with my incisions, something that I have noticed now that it has been 1 year post-op is I get a burning feeling right at the tip of each incision. So on each of my hips, I feel this burning pain, and I feel it like when I'm laying in bed, and it just burns so much. So I thought that was really awkward, but then I was thinking about like what could it be, and I've come to the conclusion that it is most likely scar tissue. So scar tissue is very normal. It is something that we all develop whenever we have any kind of wounds. But I think that I might have like excess scar tissue. Maybe that's due to the fact that I didn't have any post-op massages. I am not really sure, but I do feel burning in the incisions. It's not something that I feel all the time, but it is something that I do feel, and it is something new that I have experienced. I've never really experienced that before. And I have definitely seen a huge increase in my confidence. I am now able to wear anything that I want to wear. I have become obsessed with crop tops and bodycon dresses, and it just feels so good to have my confidence back. It feels so good to have my pre-baby body back, and it has given me so much self-esteem, and I'm just so grateful to my surgeon because he really did an amazing job. I'm also looking into doing a consultation for my breast with him, so I will keep you all updated on that. So most of my swelling has gone down. My incisions have healed nicely. Another thing is I did gain some weight after my tummy tuck. So I gained about 10 pounds after having my tummy tuck, and it is not a bad weight gain per se. What I did notice is that the weight that I gained went to other areas of my body. It went to my thighs, it went to my butt. For me, it wasn't really such a big deal because, like I said earlier, I did have weight loss surgery and I did lose a large amount of weight. So I found that when I hit around 140 pounds, that's when my body looks the best, and I am 5'3" for reference. So at one point I was down to 125. And what I found is that I wasn't as wide as when I'm 140, but I did have a lot of extra skin, and it just felt like those 15 pounds that I lost was kind of like fat that I needed to keep my skin full, if that makes any sense, especially in my legs. So from gaining the 10 pounds, I found that I went to other areas of my body. I did not see any weight gain in my stomach area, but if you do gain weight after a tummy tuck, it is possible that you can gain weight back into your stomach area. So that is also something to keep in mind. I've also started a new workout routine. I do home workouts here at home. I just pop on a YouTube video and I search workouts and I do them here at my house. So that has been helping me stay fit. And I want to leave you all with some advice. If you are like me and you had weight loss surgery, or if you lost a drastic amount of weight and you are looking to get skin removal surgery, you want to be realistic with yourself about the results that you are going to get. So I did not have an extended tummy tuck. It is something that the surgeon recommended because I am a bariatric patient and I lost a lot of weight. But I didn't go with the extended tummy tuck because I was scared to be cut from, all the way around, because that's what an extended tummy tuck is. They cut all the way back to the back of you. Just with a tummy tuck, they just cut from side to side. So that is something to keep in mind, and that is also a reason why I do still have some extra skin, but it's nothing that really bothers me, and it can be removed with a revision surgery. But I want you to have realistic expectations with yourself, especially with plastic surgery. I know that we think getting plastic surgery, you're just going to wake up and have your dream body, but there is going to be swelling involved. You may not get the exact results that you were looking for. So just something to keep in mind is have realistic expectations with yourself. And if you have lost a dramatic amount of weight, then you may want to get the extended tummy tuck. I know a lot of people do an FDL, which is where they cut down the center of you. Discuss it with your surgeons, research your surgeons. Also, if you would like to see a video on how to pick a surgeon and how to pay for a tummy tuck, be sure to comment down below and let me know. I would love to make that video for you. And be sure to leave any questions that you have down below so that we can chat in the comments, and I can also answer them in one of my next videos. Thank you all so much for watching today's tummy tuck update video, and I will see you in my next one.